Have you ever wondered why some people walk into a room and every eye turns to them, as if they carry a mysterious light? They don't boast, they don't try too hard, yet women and the world around them are magically drawn in. What's their secret? Is it looks, money, or a deeper power hidden within your soul? What if I told you that you too can become this magnetic force, not only making any woman obsessed with you, but also helping you discover your true self? Today, on the Story Unveiled, I'll reveal a simple yet powerful formula inspired by Carl Jung's psychology to transform you into the most magnetic version of yourself. Are you ready to unlock your inner allure? Do you dare to face your deepest fears to become someone no one can look away from? Stay with the Story Unveiled, because this journey will change how you view love, relationships, and life itself. Don't forget to leave a comment about the challenges you're facing so we can explore them together. Years ago, I knew a guy who always had women flocking to him, not just around him, but obsessed with him. He wasn't handsome, wasn't brilliant, and didn't even have money, nearly broke, in fact. Yet women were drawn to him like moths to a flame. Have you ever met someone like that? What makes an ordinary person so irresistibly magnetic? I was curious, and after years of studying psychology, reading Carl Jung, listening to experts, and observing, I uncovered his secret. When I asked him how he did it, he just grinned and said, "I don't do anything. I'm good looking, and every girl I talk to automatically likes me." But the truth is, he wasn't good looking, and looks played little role in his allure. What he did, even unconsciously, was assume every woman liked him, and he acted on that belief. That conviction shaped his behavior in a way that made women genuinely drawn to him. Carl Jung explained that deep-seated beliefs in the unconscious shape how we interact with the world. This guy, though delusional, was aligned with his Anima, the feminine aspect of the psyche that enables natural emotional connections. The Anima, per Jung, is the bridge to understanding your own emotions and those of others, creating profound moments of empathy. Once, at an art exhibition, I tried this approach. Instead of trying to impress a woman, I asked, "What does this painting bring up for you?" She shared her feelings, and we had a conversation that lasted hours. Have you ever wondered, what in me could create such deep connections? Try this exercise. Write down 3 qualities you love about yourself, not achievements. Next time you talk to someone, let those qualities shine without boasting. This formula is called "Treat her like she already likes you." I'll break down exactly how to do this. But first, you need to grasp the core idea. You must convey that you're a higher value person, and she's the one who wants you. Women are emotional beings, driven by feelings and sensations. They judge you based on the emotions you convey. The most crucial thing to remember is, she feels what you feel. If you make her feel like she likes you, no matter who she is, she'll be drawn to you. Even if she doesn't like you, act as if she does. This is why I say you need a bit of delusion, but it's a powerful delusion. Carl Jung believed the collective unconscious holds shared symbols, like the image of a confident, independent person, the hero archetype, who faces challenges to grow. When you assume she likes you, you tap into this archetype, creating an unconscious pull. Khalil Gibran said, "Love has no concept of possession, only freedom." Have you ever thought that letting go of the need for validation could make you more magnetic? Try this exercise. For 1 week, stand in front of a mirror each day and say, "I am a magnetic force. Everyone wants to be near me." Write down how you feel after each time. Carl Jung emphasized that affirmations can awaken the sage archetype, the inner wisdom that helps you understand yourself. I've spent years researching, experiencing, and testing to understand this. This isn't the generic advice you find online. I want you to trust and try what I'm sharing today on the Story Unveiled. You have nothing to lose, and you'll see results. Once, I applied this formula at a cafe. Instead of worrying about impressing, I asked a woman, "If you had a perfect day, what would you do?" She shared her dream of traveling the world, and we had an inspiring conversation. Carl Jung called these moments synchronicity. When you live authentically, you create meaningful coincidences. Have you ever noticed that the best conversations happen when you're not trying too hard? Try this exercise. For one day, strike up a conversation with a stranger, not necessarily a woman, and focus solely on enjoying the exchange. Write down what you learn about yourself. Don't forget to leave a comment about the challenges you're facing so we can explore this journey together on the Story Unveiled. Imagine two guys talking to a beautiful woman. The first is an average guy. The second knows our formula. The average guy thinks, "Wow, she's gorgeous. I have to make her like me." He unconsciously puts himself in a lower position, thinking, "I'm here, she's there. I need to work to reach her." He starts bragging. "I work at a big company, make great money. I hit the gym, and just last week trying to prove his worth." But women sense emotions, not logic. His words translate to her as, "I like you a lot, but you don't like me. I'm trying to convince you. Please like me." The result? She's not attracted. Carl Jung explained that when you try too hard for validation, you're letting the shadow, your insecurities and fears take over. The shadow is where you hide the parts you don't want to admit, like fear of rejection or feeling not good enough. Søren Kierkegaard said, "To dare is to be yourself. To stand alone is strength." Once, I tried impressing a woman by talking about my job, but she quietly walked away. Later, I realized that sharing a simple story about a weekend trip created more meaningful connections. Have you ever wondered, what's stopping me from being my true self? Try this exercise. Write down a time you tried to impress but failed. Ask yourself, what was I afraid of? How can I let go of that fear? This is how you start confronting the shadow, as Jung encouraged. In contrast, the second guy, the one who knows the formula, approaches her with the belief that she already likes him. He sees himself as higher value, so he doesn't need to brag. He's relaxed, talks about whatever, and enjoys the moment. This is the first step. Don't try to make her like you. Don't talk about your achievements or strengths. I know you're dying to tell her how awesome you are, but hold back. When talking, act as if she already likes you. Don't try to convince her. Imagine you're chatting with a close friend. You don't need to prove anything. You just be yourself. Carl Jung called this aligning with the lover archetype, the part of your psyche that craves deep connection, not through control but through authenticity. Once, at a book fair, I met a woman, and instead of bragging about my work, I asked, "What's a book that changed how you see life?" She shared about a novel, and we talked for hours about dreams and emotions. Have you ever wondered what makes a conversation memorable? Try this exercise. Next time you're talking to someone, ask something like, "What makes you feel truly alive?" Write down how you feel after the conversation to see the power of authenticity. The second step, face her challenges. After talking for a bit, a woman might test you, saying something like, "Are you trying to get my attention?" The average guy panics, thinking, "She's on to me." He'll say, "Oh no, I didn't mean it like that. I just wanted to chat." He starts explaining, trying to prove he's not interested. But she translates this as, "He's affected by what I said. He likes me, but is scared to admit it." This shows a weak personality and low value, making her lose interest. For example, if she says, "That shirt is ugly," the average guy might respond, "Oh, it was a gift. I don't really like it. I just threw it on today." He's justifying, using logic to boost his value. But women sense emotions, and this makes him seem less attractive. Carl Jung explained that these moments are opportunities to face the shadow. When you justify, you're avoiding the fear of criticism. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Always do what you are afraid to do, for that is how you grow." Once, a woman teased that my shoes looked like my dad's. Instead of justifying, I laughed and said, "Thanks, my dad's got style." "What do you like about fashion?" She laughed, and we kept talking comfortably. Have you ever wondered, how can I turn criticism into a chance to connect? Try this exercise. For 1 week, whenever someone criticizes you, try one of the 3 responses below and write down the outcome. Here are 3 ways to respond to her challenges. Firstly, completely ignore what she said. Secondly, turn it into a joke. Thirdly, answer with something unrelated. Here are specific examples, and I encourage you to revisit this part to grasp them fully. She says, "You sound like a jerk." You reply, "Oh, thanks for the compliment. So, where do you work?" She says, "Are you flirting with me?" You reply, "No need, you're too easy." She says, "You just want to sleep with me." You reply, "My mom bought me pants. I don't need yours." She says, "I have a boyfriend." You reply, "Great, he can buy us drinks. What's your name?" She says, "I'm not going to sleep with you." You reply, "Wow, we just met, and you're already thinking about that. Slow down." "Oh?" She says, "Are you gay?" You reply, "That's what every girl says when they can't have me." She says, "I know what you're doing." You reply, "Oh, you're so charmed by me, you're trying to analyze me. Slow down, sister." She says, "I hate you." You reply, "That's what every girl says when they're into me." She says, "That shirt is ugly." You reply, "That line won't work on me, kiddo. Try another one." W. She says, "What makes you think I'd go out with you?" You reply, "Don't worry. I'll kick you out after you introduce me to that cute friend of yours." Additional new examples to enrich the list. She says, "You're not my type." You reply, "Oh, your type needs an upgrade. What do you do on weekends?" She says, "You talk weird." You reply, "Thanks. I like to keep things unique. What's something weird you're proud of?" She says, "I don't like guys like you." You reply, "Good. I'm not for everyone. What book are you reading?" She says, "You're too confident." You reply, "Thanks. It's a gift I gave myself." What's something you're proud of? If she behaves in a way you don't accept, walk away and say, "You know, this isn't really working." If she's unreasonably upset, smile and say, "You look cute when you're mad, but careful. I might have to send you home and make you sit facing the wall. My mom used to do that when I was naughty." These responses show confidence, making her curious because you don't fall into her emotional trap. Carl Jung called this the journey of the explorer archetype, the person who dares to navigate challenges to grow. A friend of mine was once tested when a woman said, "You don't look tough enough." He laughed and replied, "Oh, I'm tough where you haven't seen yet. Are you more into adventure or playing it safe?" She laughed, and they had a great date. Have you ever wondered, how can I turn awkward moments into chances to shine? Try this exercise. Write down a time you were challenged by anyone and try one of the 3 responses above. Then ask, how did I feel staying confident? The final step, understand that anything hard to attain is highly valued. In society, rare things like gold, platinum, or diamonds are prized for their scarcity. Women are drawn to men who are hard to reach. If she asks, "What did you do today?" an average guy might say, "Oh, not much. What about you?" That response makes you seem boring, easy to get, and unchallenging. Instead, try, "I've been up to some exciting stuff, but I'm not sure I should tell you. You don't look like you can keep a secret." She'll say, "Come on, I'm trustworthy." You reply, "Wow, we just met, and you already want all my secrets. Give me 10 reasons why I should trust you." This way, you lead the conversation, show you're a challenge, and make her work for your attention. Carl Jung explained that this scarcity taps into the collective unconscious, where symbols of abundance, like a flowing river or a towering mountain, reside. When you believe life is full of opportunities, you don't fear losing one person. Viktor Frankl said, "When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves." Once, at a workshop, a woman asked what I did over the weekend. Instead of answering directly, I said, "I had a wild adventure, but you've got to share an interesting story first." She shared about her travels, and we had a deep conversation. Have you ever wondered, how can I turn simple questions into chances for deeper connection? Try this exercise. Write down 3 things that make your life exciting, even small ones. When talking, let these shine instead of trying to impress. To solidify this formula, think of your journey as a path, a Jungian symbol of growth. Each time you assume she likes you, you're taking a step on that path, confronting the shadow, aligning with the Anima, and awakening the hero archetype. Carl Jung emphasized that dreams can reveal messages from the unconscious. If you dream of rejection or standing before a closed door, it might be your shadow reminding you to accept yourself. Once, I dreamed of standing before a bridge over a river, afraid to cross. After reflecting, I realized it was my fear of rejection. When I started approaching women with the mindset of, "I just want to chat," I became more confident and formed meaningful connections. Have you ever wondered, what are my dreams trying to tell me? Try this exercise. Write down a recent dream and ask, what is it saying about my journey? Hermann Hesse said, "Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. When you let go of the need for validation, you open space for natural attraction." To go deeper, think of attraction as a fire, a Jungian symbol of passion and transformation. When you live true to your values, you ignite that fire, and people are drawn to your light. Carl Jung called this the journey to the mandala, a symbol of wholeness, where you align with your true self. Anais Nin said, "We don't see the world as it is, we see it as we are." When you change how you see yourself, you change how the world sees you. A friend of mine was rejected repeatedly because he tried to please everyone. When he started living authentically, focusing on his passion for painting, he met a woman who loved art, and they held a small exhibition together. Have you ever wondered, what would happen if I lived true to my passions? Try this exercise. Meditate for 10 minutes daily, focusing on the question, who am I really? Then, draw a simple mandala, a circle with shapes inside, to represent your individuation journey. And that's the formula to make any woman not just like you, but obsessed with you. This isn't just a strategy, it's a mindset shift, a journey to become your best self. Apply these principles, because theory without practice is meaningless. Don't forget to leave a comment about the challenges you're facing, so we can explore them together on the Story Unveiled. Share your story, and follow the Story Unveiled for more profound journeys to help you become a magnetic force, not just in love, but in every aspect of life.